This film right here is my type of film. I have nothing but good things to say about it and why you need to check this one out. Folks, let's jump into the review of the new film, The Beast Within. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new film, The Beast Within, which makes its world premiere this year at Fantasia Festival 2024, and then it heads to theaters July 26. So this is brought to you by the good folks at Willow USA. So typically when they got a release, I am very much interested because I think they religiously have just had fantastic releases, a lot of films that call to me or interesting or just different, you know, from the traditional films that we see nowadays, the big blockbuster films that sometimes just use the same cookie cutter approach. So, you know, I'm very keen to the Willow USA Entertainment brand and their releases. But this one was super special. You know why? Because it stars Kit Harington, who, you know, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, but like Kit has been a very popular and in-demand actor right now. So the fact I see him attached to an independent film, I'm like, oh, okay. So first of all, sir, when'd you make time for that? And two, because I always continuously say that when you see actors like, you know, big name popular actors, they typically take the same type of roles. They get typecast. Everybody get typecast. So, you know a role when it looks like it should be a role for a particular actor. But in the independent scene, you get to see people really show their versatility, their creativity, and do things that they haven't typically done. And well, yeah, Kit, he showed up and showed out in this one. First of all, he plays the character Noah, who is just this dad to Willow, who's played by Caoilinn Springall, who I want to come back to Caoilinn, but Caoilinn's fantastic in this film, and it is truly about Willow. But because I brought up Kit, let's talk about Noah for a little bit, because Noah, along with his wife Imogen, who's played by Ashleigh Cummings, they're a family that's kind of off the grid in this English woods. And while that is an okay thing, you know, I'm not, it's not the lifestyle I would want, but I'm not mad at it and whatnot. Their daughter, who they ultimately want to protect, becomes suspicious of family secrets, like some deep-rooted secrets, you know, wanting to know why they're isolated. There's a lot of tiptoeing going on around her, and because her being 10 years old, you know, of course the world is big to her, and of course she's going to want to know what all is going on. And well, by the name of the film, you can only imagine that it has something to do with some creature of some sorts. And yeah, we'll talk about that. But as the synopsis says, upon witnessing her father undergo a terrible transformation, well, yeah, now she starts to want to know about their ancestral secrets and the fact that either concealing it to protect the family or in survival, if I can add here. So, listen. Kit Harington's performance as Noah is of the likes of one of my favorite actors in James McAvoy for what he did in Split and then ultimately in Glass. I always proclaim James to be one of the best actors in Hollywood, and I've been very keen of Kit. But with this performance here, I am starting to see that this guy really can ball. Like, he really can ball, and I'm beyond interested in seeing him in more diverse roles. He's fantastic in this. And Imogen also compliments, or Ashley, who plays Imogen, compliments Kit in a way of this mother-father dynamic in terms of protecting and shielding their daughter, but also working through the secrets, which is challenging for the couple itself because, you know, Noah at times is like the ideal father. You know, he does all the things in the house and he protects the family, but he becomes violent at times. When he becomes violent, I mean, yes, Imogen becomes one of the victims of that. And then, you know, the daughter Willow witnesses, which ultimately makes her a victim as well too. But like understanding that like this dynamic that you see is, you know, sad to say, it is something that you see and have seen before and sometimes even more common than none. But again, they have to complement each other in order to make that work. You know, being that victim of whatever's happening, and then also trying to pretend like it's okay for the protection of their daughter. Listen, the production of this film is why I really love this film. First of all, the sound mixing. The film really don't work if they don't create this atmospheric core, because there's so many little nuanced things that keeps you on edge. I thought, first of all, they do a fantastic job with low light shots. They do a fantastic job with these illusion shots, like things that are kind of creeping in the background that you're like, I'm pretty sure I saw something. So it becomes a little mind-bendy at times. You know, it plays with your head a little bit there. And so with us, the editing, I don't traditionally talk about editing in my reviews. It's just a component that I don't put too much emphasis on. This film editing is very good, which is why I'm here to talk about it, because I think it does really keeps you guessing, but it also flows the tone and like the events of everything that's happening very well. There's a beast in this film. I talked about it in the synopsis with the transformation. The title of the film pretty much gives you a little bit of an indication. The beast is a werewolf. The werewolf reveal looks really good, although they keep it a little in the shadows a little bit, but from what you can see, it looks very good. I would love a full reveal, because as somebody who loves a good creature feature, you know, this looks great. Because at times too, like, they're not always good, but this one definitely did look promising. So I was like, well, just give me the whole damn thing, you know. The other thing I will also say too is the transformation. It's very good. The veins in the body, the glowing eyes, like, they nailed this. They really, really do nail this. But I like this story because, first things first, coming back to Caoilinn as Willow, it is really driven through her eyes. So there is this measure of how she perceives the events of everything. So it keeps you guessing. There is a psychological aspect to this film. But I think that Caoilinn as Willow, she does a fantastic job in carrying this film. I mean, let's not get it wrong. Kit is a powerhouse on any cast. Ashleigh is fantastic in this. James Cosmo, who is the Grandpa Wayland, who brings this granddaughter-grandpa relationship that instantly grabs your heart, you know. Also is like the cherry on top with this cast. But Caoilinn, it doesn't work if you're not at all feeling in protection of this character, to ultimately seeing this very blossoming arc of her becoming a true badass, which I even told the actor herself, and I do apologize once again for the review, that I apologize for my for my vocabulary here, but she's completely badass. Like, she's amazing in this performance. I will be the first to say that she has a big future ahead of her. Like, she nails this, because the film don't work if you do not care about our protagonist. You want to see her safety. You want to see her understand what's happening. And the fact that because the danger is her family, it makes it even more of a sensitive thing for the viewers. So they really did a good job in terms of providing a script for her, and for her to be able to take this script, really make it her own at times, and grow this character. Super confident in her performance, and definitely signs of showing you that there is some stardom ahead with her. So listen, up and down the board, like, this film was good. It was definitely good. And of all the films I've seen this year at the festival, this is definitely one on the positive side. Again, whether you've seen it at the festival, you get a chance to see it in theaters very soon, come July 26th. But The Beast Within, I think if you love a good film where you have to battle with the concept of what's the beast, who's the beast, is it practical? Is it some type of this mind-playing illusion? You know, is it something metaphorical? What is the beast? It plays all around those concepts, and I think by all means that it does not at all disappoint. And the fact, like the set location and everything, like that alone is just worth watching. Like I really did love this as they call ancient forest. And then obviously, you know, with that, you know, there's this measure of like lore behind it possibly, and so like you can kind of play into that when it comes down to this werewolf, you know, like the origins of it, and then this family rooted history. Like there's things you can sit back and really interpret it on yourself and kind of come up with your own conclusion, which is always good commentary for a film where everybody got different ideas and everybody's just talking about it because everybody enjoyed it. So like this is that film. This is absolutely that film, and directed by Alexander Farrell, co-written can I talk, by Greer Tyre Ellison, along with Alexander again. The two of them, they really came together to tell a story that has nuance. Like there's little things in this film that you pick up on that really adds to the film and making it such an enjoyable film. Like the horror elements for sure, but also the psychological elements to it, and then just the little things, you know. So much I gotta talk about. Matter of fact, I'll just give a little bit more here. Like seeing the mother-daughter relationship, and you see that the mother, who is always going to be mother bear in protection of their kids, and the moment that the two of them get to isolate away from the rest of the family and understanding sort of the storytelling that's being told without words there, like it's really powerful. That it makes like the conclusion of the film just that much more epic, because you get this understanding pretty early in the film, understanding of how much more important that bond is, and why the events of the end of the film becomes like how it plays out. But then because there's still this idea of really questioning what the beast is, you know, what is it? That's the question in the entire film. You know, even that with what I've been saying still becomes a question because you just don't know. So like, again, there's so many different interpretations, so many little things you could pick up on. Everybody's going to sort of land on maybe a different conclusion or a different understanding of the conclusion, but it's fine. It's all fine, because I think it's because it's creating conversation that's always good for storytelling and movie making, and folks just understanding that the investment for why you came here to watch the film, it worked because you're talking about it. I'll wrap it right there, folks. The Beast Within comes to theaters July 26th. Go out and check this film out. Let me know in the comments once you do. And as always, stick around for more reviews and content very soon.